Eric Ten Hag had something to say yesterday before this game of football really came up. He said that they had some bit of sickness, and the traveling squad of Man United that I told you never had some influential players that we thought were obviously going to travel with the club of Man United, and it's going to hit obviously depict itself or reveal itself in the starting 11 and the bench of Manchester United. Welcome to the United Matters channel. How are you guys, and where are you watching us from? I go by the names of Rock and David. Smash like button, comment and share. If you're watching us for the very first time, endeavor to subscribe to this channel so as not to miss out on stories that we do upload in here on a daily. Injuries are becoming like injuries, and today we've seen Kambwala, one of the prospectful center backs for Man United, really going ahead to obviously start in the central defense of Manchester United. And it's really, really, really worrying at this juncture that you're really having such a setback. To me, I call it a setback in a game like this, where we thought that Varane is going to be available, maybe Lindelof is going to be available, but that is really impossible. For Victor Lindelof, we went ahead to obviously really have what we call a surgery for him, and he's really doing the needful. Damian DiGeno, my brother. How are you, my brother? Damian DiGeno. Nice to see you here again. It's been really some long time, but it's good to see you here. So, United is going to hate to name its starting 11, right? And it's really one of those 11s that you'll ever at any one point really doubt whether it can obviously get 3 points from the London Stadium of West Ham. But Eric Ten Hag is really a man who is really lucky. Let's all admit. Ten Hag is really lucky. Every time pressure mounts on him, he finds means of obviously making it go to where his bosses want it to be, and he survives in there for you. I don't think that he has neared a sack, but pressure was mounting a lot, especially after losing to Bournemouth and the side of what's the side of Bayern Munich. You know, if that Liverpool game saw us lose 3 points, it would have been really one of the most pressures that this manager would have gone ahead to have. So we start off with how the lineup is like. Onana, Bruno Fernandes, Rasmus Højlund, Garnacho, Anthony, Luke Shaw, Wan-Bissaka, Evans, Kobe Mainoo, Scott McTominay, Kambwala. Substitutes include Bendeir, Bennett, Reglan, Amrabat, Eriksson, Hannibal, Pelestri, Donny van de Beek, and Marcus Rashford. That is the lineup of Manchester United. Kambwala is really one of those prospective talents coming in from the academy that have gone ahead to obviously impress the manager, and that's why you see him playing onto this side. And he's a talented guy, and he has all the prospects. So he has all the calls that Eric Ten Hag keeps calling in for from the players of Manchester United, and that is Kambwala for you. He's really tall. He's a giant of a lad, and you expect a lot to come out from him as a football player that Eric Ten Hag has gone ahead to obviously bring on to see to it that he really gets everything going. So that is the starting 11 of Man United, but there is another defender known as Bennett onto the bench that has gone ahead to come in through. That confirms to you that Varane is having some illness. One will say, isn't it connected with the news that came in through that Rafael Varane is pushing to really return to Real Madrid? I don't think so, because Rafael Varane is one of the most professional players I've ever seen at the club of Man United, that even if he's really not okay with the manager, he'll come in through and obviously do the needful for the club of Manchester United. So I really anticipated that Rafael Varane is that professional that will never obviously go below the belt. So that is the starting 11 of Man United. And let's go to the starting 11 of West Ham. A team that rested 6 or 7 players as they played Liverpool has gone ahead to obviously name almost all the players that really were rested. And we are having Ariola, Kofo, Mavropanos, Katzuma, Emerson, Alvarez, Ward-Prowse, Schuchek, Paqueta, Kudus, Bowen. Then Fabianski, Johnson, Croswell, Fonhels, Ings, Ogbonna, Benrahma, Kahela, and Mubama. That is the bench of West Ham as you look at it there. So those are the starting 11s of two different teams that have been named by different managers. David Moyes, formerly at Man United, and here comes and here comes Eric Ten Hag doing the needful to name the starting 11s of Man United. And let's match like button close to 100 times, and let's not really forget to vote. You know, I've gonna hate to put up a poll down there so you can as well come in through and really tell me your thoughts about it. So you can tell me what your thoughts are about it as we go into what we call the confirmed starting 11 and how the team of United is going to line up. When you look at that lineup and the lineup phase, Eric Ten Hag has gone with a system of 4-2-3-1. That is Eric Ten Hag for you. So, and he has gone ahead to obviously name Andre Onana in goal. Obviously, he's in goal, and we know how good he can be and how good he is. That is the guy, Andre Onana. Then we go to the right back. Aaron Wan-Bissaka has come in through to play as a right back for the club of Manchester United. We all know why. Dalot is really suspended after getting a red card at Anfield. Stupid red card that I've ever seen a referee really give. One of the stupidest I've ever seen. So Mike Oliver really looked a nuisance for me, and you cannot obviously do something like that. That's why you saw to it that very many journalists went ahead and really asked the referees that, why didn't he do the same at the beginning of the game when Darwin Núñez, elbowed Evans in what looked like a yellow card take, and he was flashed a yellow card. Then later he went ahead to obviously kick the ball to the stands. Why wasn't he sent off? And why do you do that when the game is left with like just 67 seconds to obviously come to its halt? So it was really stupid. But Bissaka is very, very, very much ready to obviously take on that job. Then Luke Shaw comes in through to play as the left back for the club of Manchester United. And he's really one of those players that are really solid. And when you're going to face Mohamed Kudus, you need to obviously have a player like Luke Shaw to really put and really take the show to the opponent like no other. John Evans on the left side of the central defense, obviously his experience and all what has gone ahead to offer to us every time he comes off the field of play has been really unreal, and we just need him to be here until the end of the season. Then Kambwala, another academic graduate, comes in through to obviously make his debut for the club of Manchester United. And I cannot judge him right now because I need to see what he has and what he's bringing to the field of play. I've never seen him play, apart from some other games I've gone ahead to see him play, the under games, but I would love to see him play. I'd like to see him do this job and see whether he's really good. I want to see whether he's going to be like a Fosu Mensah. You know Fosu Mensah? Fosu Mensah came in through and really played a very good game, but because of injuries, they failed him a lot, And we made a very huge mistake when he was really prospering at Fulham, and Ole Gunnar Solskjaer brought him back and never gave him the game. Yet Fulham, he had played with Fulham in the Championship, and Fulham were willing to obviously make him play in the Premier League. And Ole Gunnar Solskjaer went ahead to obviously call him back, something that really never made sense for me. Then the other one was Tuanzebe. Why did we get him? Why didn't we get him another Premier League team? He kept really showing us potential, but Ole Gunnar Solskjaer couldn't really put him and give him a chance. And trust me, if I told Tuanzebe at the age of 2021, when he really showed us that he's really great, the day he pocketed Kylian Mbappe, was with Eric Ten Hag. Ten Hag would have gone ahead, obviously improve him and really make him a better player. That is something that Ole Gunnar Solskjaer really never did because he was not good at improving players. So let's wait and see what Kambwala has. And in games like this, you'd like to see your team get a player like this. And on the other side, you wouldn't, because you want a win. But let's see what Kambwala has for us today. Let's see him and let's give him a chance and see what exactly he has. Is he really press resistant? Can he really play very well from the back? Is he really fast? For the heights, he's really a towering lad, and he's really one of those that Eric Ten Hag is going to hate to approve into his team. To show you that he's really good, and we are just all eyes at him, this guy has been started, yet Eric Ten Hag would have gone for Sergio Roglan to play as the left back and Luke Shaw to play as the left-sided centre back alongside John Evans. But he has said no. He has given him a chance. Remember, he even made the bench when you're playing Liverpool. Something special in this guy. And Ten Hag might have gone ahead to realize that there is something hidden in this guy that he needs to obviously show to the world. And we're here to see whether, and we're here to wait and see whether everything really goes on as to plan. Kobbie Mainoo and Scott McTominay in the double pivot. Guys, every time I see Scott McTominay start ahead of Amrabat, I sicken, you know? You know what they call feeling hair getting off your skin, you know? That's what I feel. It's written all over the book. It's written all over the world that Scott McTominay only offers you the love that So, guys, I'm back, but we are talking about Scott McTominay on how I really feel very bad when I see to it that Scott McTominay is put into the mix. You know, I don't want to see him being played into the double pivot right now. I know he brings in energy. I know he brings in a lot, but what else does he offer apart from that? Amrabat offers everything that Scott McTominay offers in terms of energy, in terms of intensity, and pace. But remember, he's a better footballer. You get? But Scott McTominay costs us. And trust me, you are going to see Bruno Fernandes and Kobbie Mainoo playing the double pivot, and Scott McTominay is going to be played ahead of them. And you ask yourself, what the hell is Eric Ten Hag doing? And for me, this is one of the things that I don't agree with Eric Ten Hag. I don't agree with him on picking Scott McTominay always. I don't agree with him on picking Scott McTominay because what does he want from Amrabat to do? What hasn't Amrabat done? You know, in the previous 4-5 games of Man United, Amrabat has been one of those players that has been really good for the club of Manchester United. But guess what the manager's going to hate to do? He has sacrificed him for Scott McTominay. You know, Kobbie Mainoo is in. We all love the player. But why don't we really get in the players of the right mentality? You get? We should get in players of the right mentality. And I think he's stuck on Scott McTominay, but I don't really find it sane to do that. It's not prudent for me. I really feel bad. You know, you're going to see him really being played. You're going to see him playing Scott McTominay ahead of Bruno Fernandes. And who in the world would do that? You know, now let's see Scott McTominay is back. Let's see what is going to happen. You get? Let's see what's going to happen, because it really looks like Amrabat has a lot to do. But to me, he has already gone ahead to do that a lot. He has already gone ahead to do that a lot, according to me. He has done all what he has to do, and I think it's high time he got appreciated. That is it. And he should be given a run of games. Do you tell me that he's sick? Unless otherwise, the manager is telling me that, all right, I have a very big game on the 26th against Aston Villa. You get? So, when you're playing against Aston Villa, we need to beat them. So, I believe I should rest him a little bit. After resting him a little bit, then I will get in Scott McTominay and Kobe Mainoo to do the job, such that Amrabat really goes ahead to obviously play a huge part of the game when you're playing against Aston Villa. That is it. But the big question is, why do you cross the bridge before you reach it? This is the game that we are supposed to win. Aston Villa is having 39 points and you are having 28. If we win today, we'll be at 31 points. If we beat Aston Villa, we'll be at 34 points, meaning that in a space of 4-5 days, we can be 5 points behind Aston Villa. But all that starts with us winning this game. That is it. So for me, I find it very, 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 very bad that Erik ten Hag has gone ahead to obviously bench this guy, and he's not really putting up on the field of play. And if at all things go bad, Erik ten Hag will be the one to blame. He's really stuck with McTominay, and I really hate it. I hate it when the manager is stuck with a player that is really limited, like Scott, you know. Then we go to Bruno Fernandes. He returns, but I doubt whether he's going to be played here. He's going to be played here, and Scott McTominay is going to be seen roving all over here. That's the fact. And when you look at how things are really panning out at the club of Man United, this is a mistake that's going to have to work out well, and Ten Hag thinks that is the right thing to do. But ask yourself, is it going to obviously long last? Is it the solution? No. That's why I tell you, I want to see the likes of Casemiro return. I want Casemiro to return. I want Eriksen to return. That's why he's on the bench, and I'm really happy, you know. When they return, I want to see how Erik ten Hag is going to sacrifice Casemiro, Kobe Mainoo, Amrabat, and Bruno Fernandes to obviously drop one and get Scott McTominay on the field of play. I really want to see that. Then Anthony, right attacking midfielder, Garnacho, left attacking midfielder, and they need to obviously be up to their game. And Højlund Rasmus leading the line for the club of Manchester United. He's really one of those that I'm going to hate to take along to score for the club of Manchester United. And you will obviously think that maybe today is the day for him to obviously make it and really put that ball at the back of the net at the club of Manchester United. So we are here waiting to see how things are going to pan out for the club of Manchester United tonight. But for me, Scott McTominay, you know, you cannot really get in a player who cannot shield your back for well when you are really having this guy, Kambwala. It's like you're sacrificing him. You get? I think it would have been better to see to it that you bring Amrabat here to shield this guy. He needs to be shielded well. But when you look at the midfield of West Ham, as we are heading into their team, you really feel some bit of fear. Look at it. That is West Ham for you. You get? That is West Ham for you. Look at West Ham. They are having Souček and Edson Alvarez. Edson Alvarez was a player that played as a CDM at Ajax when Erik ten Hag was their manager. Look at it. Look at it. So, Souček and Alvarez, you know, some huge experience going against a talented young brave player, Kobe Mainoo, playing alongside Scott McTominay. And ask Erik ten Hag, why is it that at Anfield he never played Scott McTominay there? You know? Why did he play Amrabat? Because he knew how protective Amrabat is going to be. And this is the kind of a game that you're supposed to give him to obviously get us those 3 points in the bag. And I think you rather play this midfield at Old Trafford when you're playing against Aston Villa other than playing it at West Ham, because it's really very, 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 very tense game. West Ham is not an easy team. It's not an easy team. It's really a hard team to break. And it's really going to be one of those hard games for the club of Manchester United tonight. But I think later on, as we grow into the game, Erik ten Hag will realize it and maybe bring on Eriksson and Amrabat. So, Kofo, that's the player that Garnacho is going to face. Emerson Palmieri, left back. Zuma, Mavropanos in the central defense. They're going to be facing Rasmus Højlund. Then Kudus. Luke Shaw is going to be having a busy night. Lucas Paqueta, I think he plays as an inverted left or right attack or left attacking midfielder, because he doesn't really spread wide to the line, because Emerson Palmieri is good at really overlapping, and he's being played as an inverted left attacking midfielder. He won't really cause a lot of problems there, but Bowen will obviously switch that side, and Paqueta really will cross into the middle of the pack. Remember, in the previous game they played in the Premier League, they went ahead to beat was it Fulham by 3-0, and they are all created by Lucas Paqueta. So we need to obviously look a lot at him. Ward-Prowse playing as a central attack midfielder, set piece master. We need to obviously look out onto that, because this guy is really deadly when it comes to set pieces. Bowen is leading the line because they don't have a fit striker, though Danny Ings is on the bench, and Gerard Bowen has been trusted. And Gerard Bowen only hurt you with his pace, and he has a very huge accuracy when it comes to hitting those balls outside the 18 box area. It showcased itself in the game of Liverpool. He got one chance, and guess what? He needed to obviously chop in, and he went in for a curling effort to the far post, and it was 3-1. So it shows you how accurate he is when it comes to scoring goals, and we should really look in at him and really understand that we shouldn't give him that time to obviously think about that. So that is it, and let's go to what you guys have to say into the comment section below. I'm having Damian Vigeno. Thank you, my brother, for watching in through. Then Adepare Opeyemi. Hey, bro. Hey, my brother. How are you? And Irina Ochan. I really missed you, Devi. Thank you. I really missed you too. Then, yep, I'm off today. So hard to jump on this. Merry Christmas. Thank you, my brother. Thank you, my brother, for obviously coming in through and obviously showing us the love. Then John Biamokama, thanks, brother. Let's give him time. We shall be happy forever. Who are we giving time? I think if it's Erik ten Hag, it's okay. But you can't tell me that we should be playing a Scott McTominay, yet a better player is up there available. That is really uncalled for, and we should really not advocate for it. We should advocate for the best here at the club of Manchester United. Then Kamhanda Jonane, United 2-1. I too went for a 2-1 prediction, but I'm really worried. Without Rafael Varane, let's see what Kambwala gives us on the day. This is Biz talking about Scott McTominay, all right? And Mogisha Johnson, thanks, please. All right, thank you too. Then Masudu Kabiru, White ten Hag, putting this CB at this time because he's going to have to prove himself. For me, I'm not blaming Erik ten Hag for bringing this Kambwala guy. I'm not blaming him. Why should I? Because I know for that boy to come in through, one, injuries are really huge. You get, and you don't have Varane, you don't have Harry Maguire, you don't have Lindelof. That means you have to go in for the player available. And if it's him, then you have to give him a benefit of doubt. And all I want to see, what does this guy has for us? You people. When Kobe Mainoo came on through and really showed you what he had, did you blame the manager? The manager has gone ahead to give us a lot. the manager's always going to have to give us a lot, in as far as these young talents from the academy are really concerned. Garnacho, Hannibal, Kobe Mainoo. Now Kambwala comes in through. You get? So let's trust him. Let's trust him. That means Kambwala is really great. The moment Tengi Mengi, who a player we thought that was going to be into that team, was really thrown to Luton Town and sold, you get? Don't you think this manager really knows exactly why he threw out Tengi Mengi and really brought in Kambwala to be on the field of play of Man United? I think there is something special in Kambwala that we just need to evidence tonight, and we just have to give it time and really wait and see what this guy has for us. Because if he really goes ahead to really give us the best that we deserve, then you guys are going to be the same people here saying Kambwala is good. So let's give Kambwala time. Let's watch this game and see. Let's see what Kambwala has for us. We might have gotten another player that is obviously going to keep us on the edge of our seats as we watch games. I want to see how press resistant he is. How can he really pass that ball? His game reading. Is he fast? That's what I want to see. And in moments like this, blessings of disguises really do come. And it might be a blessing in disguise. Let's wait and see. We might be eyeing for Todibo in the January transfer window, yet we already have our Todibo, who is really a player groomed from the Academy of Man United. He knows what it means to play for the badge and is going to take us miles. You get? So let's not really judge this guy. Let's not judge Kambwala. And you would have gone ahead to put out that statement if I told you looked on the bench and you saw there Rafael Varane, Lindelof, or Harry Maguire. None of those is there, meaning that the manager had to obviously see to it that he brings in this kid. And the moment he never played Luke Shaw in the central defense and played him onto the left side, and gave Kambwala a chance, it shows you that this guy is really ready. And players like Kambwala have only chances like this to prove themselves. And if he plays very well, then he'll put himself in a contention to obviously be a player of Man United, to really be a regular. Like you see Garnacho, like you see Kobe Mainoo into the starting 11 of Manchester United. So let's wait and see how that pans out. Let's give him a chance and see how he performs today. A chance has been given to him. Let's see how he performs. And chances like these don't come very many times in a lifetime, especially at a club like Man United, because you have to be so good to really be at that age of Kambwala to come in through and obviously start for the club of Manchester United. And it's just seen, by how we've been doing work in the previous times, right? So Kambwala is just 19 years of age. He's just 19 years of age. So we wait and see what he has for the club of Manchester United. And trust me, he's good. He's good. And his mentality, I think, has been tested by Eric Ten Hag, and he knows exactly where he's going to have to put him on the field of play. And the way he defends, we are here to wait and see. You get? So a moment here. Kambwala. All right. Kambwala. All right. I've not been really so much involved in really seeing what he obviously brings up on the field of play, but he's a tall guy. He's really a press resistant guy, according to what I'm really seeing here. He's comfortable on the ball, he even scores goals. He's good in corners. So builds from the back well, good tackler, So you just have to give him a chance. He knows what to do with the ball. Good defensive positioning for the guy, especially in the central defense. He has line-breaking passes in him. And he risks passes in the middle of the park. That is Kambwala for you. And this is just a snippet of what he can do, but he is on a greater stage. And you're waiting to see what he has for us. He's really great. He can even get the ball and cut inside. That's the guy. And let's just really enjoy him tonight. Sorry, today. It's not yet tonight. Let's just enjoy him. John Biamuka, my brother, me, I always get sick when I hear McTominay is in our team. Only God, yeah. I'm just waiting for that moment when Casemiro is back, Eriksson, and everyone is fit in that midfield. I want to see whether Erik ten Hag will risk himself and really put Scott McTominay there. Then Baluko Fred, on paper, Amrabat is far better from McTominay. On form, better than. But which form are you talking about? What does Scott McTominay do? You know, tell me, apart from scoring goals, what Scott McTominay does else? You know, sometimes you're just sacrificing players in wrong positions. If you're playing him in a double pivot, play him there. My problem is Ten Hag is playing him ahead of the double pivot. You know, even today you're going to see Bruno Fernandes playing the double pivot with Kobe Mainoo. That's what you're going to see. That is my problem. You know, if Scott McTominay is playing the double pivot, that's okay. You get, but why does he have to play him as a central attacking midfielder? You get, we miss out on a lot. Pikisa Habat, hello bro, thanks for updating us and wish you Merry Christmas in advance. My prediction 3-1 in favor of Man United. All right, Merry Christmas to everyone watching in this channel, but I think we'll be doing more content, right? And we'll be here to send you more and more and more. So guys, thank you very much for watching through. Let me stop this chat and see how you guys have gone ahead to obviously vote. What are your votes? What is your voting like? So you guys have gone ahead to 69% win for Man United, 20% win for West Ham, and 12% a drop. So thank you guys. We out. Let's go into the game, and you're going to return when the game is done to see how everything will pan out here. We cover you all in the precious blood of Jesus Christ. The Muslims, Barakallahu Fikum. We out.